Hello, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a new RWBY reaction. So like I said in the last video, I was gonna take an interesting comment and highlight it at the start of every video. So this is the comment that I chose by Bradley Haskell 9821. My take on the surprise with the truck is more a weight and leverage issue. Most powers that might let you stop a truck would not stop it dead in its tracks, especially without sliding. Many semblances have visual or audible tells, especially when using that amount of effort. Add to this that the situation of RWBY being in the street was a result of Penny's weight being hard for RWBY to bring along with her semblance. Additionally, although many know about aura, it being unlocked is not universal, and even then, not everyone with unlocked aura have unlocked their semblance, and then it would have to be a semblance that would let them do that. So the odds of someone who can stop a truck dead in its tracks like that is still quite rare, just not impossible. Still, the scene could have had a line from the background characters of, is she a huntress, or what kind of semblance was that? Now, yes, so this was in regards of the scene where, well, yeah, obviously Penny stopping the truck when she was out in the streets, and I was kind of confused because the reaction of the crowd wasn't what I was expecting, based on the information about the world that we had already. And, you know, I can kind of see where this comment is coming from, and yes, I agree that the background characters should have had certain lines that explain this. So it's not that I don't agree with the explanation posited by this person. It's just that, how are we meant to know this? Like, this is something you have to go out of your way to justify, you know? This isn't a matter of whether it can be explained, because you can explain anything you want, as long as there's like a reasonable justification. I've seen multiple. Under the comments of that video, there were a few different explanations along similar lines of why that scene could have happened, like why Penny could have stopped the truck like that. Maybe like she didn't use her aura at that moment, or maybe you know, the crowd didn't know about, you know, certain semblances. You can come up with a lot of bullshit, right? But that's not really the question, because that is more of like a, how do I say, you can come up with a bunch of Watsonian explanations for what happened, but I'm more so thinking about it in a Doyleist perspective, where this is something, because I'm a writer and I'm trying to write my own series as well, and RWBY has been amazing at providing inspiration and things that I can learn from. So because I'm basically studying RWBY, this is a point that I can sort of see through, and I just think that they weren't really thinking about that in that deep of a manner. They just, the point of the scene was to show that Penny isn't as delicate as a flower as she may have seemed. That, whoa, you thought that she, you know, wait, no, now that I'm saying it out loud, that doesn't make sense, because we saw her mop the docks last volume. I was gonna say that we thought that she was harmless and that she couldn't do much, and then suddenly she stopped the truck. But we saw her single-handedly wipe out the White Fang at the docks last volume. If we hadn't seen that, I think this scene would be way better, because it's a surprise to us, the audience, as well. The problem is, at this point, that was just a surprise for the characters in the background. RWBY shouldn't have been shot, because, like, you can say, oh, maybe that she thought, I think I said this in the last thing as well, in the last episode as well. Maybe she thought that her semblance was the laser beam stuff, but she was surprised that she can also stop a truck. But that's something I have to backwards and like reverse engineer out of this. This isn't something intuitive to figure out. And especially the crowd. I will also mention this in this video later on. I'm filming this after the video is done. But I was also thinking about the schools. Is every school a combat school, or are there normal schools? You know, is everyone taught about how to unlock their aura? Is everyone taught how to unlock their semblance? Or is some of that only taught in combat schools? Again, we don't have context for this, but it seems that there are regular civilians who don't look like they do combat. Especially with this scene, it would seem that some of them probably aren't even aware that people had the capacity to do this. So is our superpowers, our semblances, not fully known by the public? You know, there's so many questions like this that you would think are basic questions about the world that you realize are not answered because we're not in a perspective that warrants asking these questions. Why would Team RWBY or anyone at Beacon ask this kind of stupid question? But when you take it outside the context of Beacon, when you go to Vale, when you go talk about ordinary people, you start to realize we haven't filled those gaps. So yeah, don't take this as me hating on it. It's just light criticism, okay? The more reactions I do, the more I realize that people take my quote unquote negativity as like way overblown. I talk shit about shit I like all the time, okay? I shit on Genshin all the time, and I have shit to say about RWBY, but I don't do that normally, or I don't do that often because there's so many things I like about it too. So, you know, it is what it is, okay? I don't hate RWBY suddenly. I just need to put this out there, even though it sounds very obvious. Okay, anyway, this initial section has gone on for way too long. Let's just get into the video. That's like my third cup of hot chocolate today. It's not been a great day. I had a dream this morning involving a friend that I had a falling out with like a year ago. And then I was like, shit, you know, I swore off of looking at chat logs for this while, and I caved. And then I looked at the date of the last time we spoke, and it was 1 year ago today. And I was like, this is the closest I've ever been to superstitious. What do you mean I had a dream about this person exactly 1 year after the incident? That shit is like, I have to be in a book. I'm in my main character arc right now. Okay, no, I'm not here to trauma dump on main. But I mean, recently I haven't been feeling so good. I don't know what it is. Something about my mental. Don't know. But it's time. It's already time for your monthly dose of RWBY, and I don't want to keep you waiting. I have other streams to do, other videos to do. I gotta lock in, okay? And as part of me locking in, we're watching RWBY Volume 2, Episode 4. Do I remember the name of this episode? I saw it just now. I think it was Paint the Town Red. I think so. All right. So let's just get started. I'm excited because I've been rewatching Volume 1, by the way. I haven't been slacking on my RWBY duties, so it's fresh in my mind now. I can quote things off the top of my head. I must have seen Volume 1 like a couple times over by this point. I must be the first RWBY fan that's like refusing to watch from start to finish and then go back. I'm just like, I'm doing like a waterfall method. I missed this opening. Na, 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 na. God, that's so fire. Yay, let's go! Oh, right. Nuts and bolts.
Most girls are born, but I was made. I'm the world's first synthetic person capable of generating an aura. I'm not real.
You're real to me. Then that's not because I love robots.
You think just because you've got nuts and bolts instead of squishy guts makes you any less real than me?
Is that where that came from? Nuts and bolts? Nuts and bolts?
You're taking this extraordinarily well. You're not like those things we saw back there. You've got a heart and a soul, I can feel it.
And RWBY is a weapons nerd, so she's the last person who would hate on you.
You're the best friend anyone could have. I can see why your father would want to protect such a delicate flower. Oh, he's very sweet.
Okay, plus
My
2 joke.
father's the one that built me. I'm sure you would just
He
love him.
built you.
Wow. He built you all by himself?
Well, almost. He had some help from Mr. Ironwood. The
Okay.
general?
Wait,
Interesting.
is that why those soldiers were after you?
Somehow
They
that doesn't
like to
surprise
protect
me.
too.
They don't think you can protect yourself?
They're not sure if I'm ready yet. One day, it will be my job to save the world. But I still have a lot
Save
left
the
to
world.
learn. That's why my father let me come to the Vital Festival. I want to see what it's like in the rest of the world and test myself in the tournament.
Penny, what are you talking about? Save the world from what? We're in a time of peace.
That's not what Mr. Ironwood said.
Oh shit! Wait, that's so cool.
Go, Penny! Go
That's so exciting. What?
You don't have to go with them! I can help
You're gonna throw this trash?
you! Ruby, they're not bad people. I just don't want you to get in trouble.
Aw.
Just promise me you won't tell anyone about my secret, okay?
I promise.
Salutations!
Salutations.
Why were you running? And what happened to the other girl?
What girl? I've been by myself all day.
You shouldn't cause
Pinocchio.
such a scene. Are you okay?
Just a scratch.
Penny, your father isn't going to be happy about this.
Please, just come with us.
Yes, sir.
Aw. They put me in a dumpster. A rubber dumpster. A rubber dumpster with rubber rats. Okay, XPOV. Let's see your friends on the other side of town.
Come on, my friend's right in here.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And where exactly is...
Hair in your face. Oh, we're back here! From my 46-minute analysis of the Ruby Yellow trailer.
Hurry, close the door! She's coming!
What are you two idiots doing? Junior, she's here. The one with the...
Oh my god, they're idiots. She's back!
Guess who's back?
DJ! Fix your shit! Okay. My god.
Yeah, so could you define friend for me?
Stop! Nobody shoot. Blondie, you're here. Why?
You still owe me a drink.
Strawberry sunrise. No ice.
What a...
Oh, and one of those cute little umbrellas.
Sup?
Oh, these two.
Whatever.
Man, Junior has so much aura loss. He's about to kiss a minor like a Disney princess, and then got and then got gutted.
This is it.
Got punched in the
You
face.
sure? You know, I'm just gonna take your word for it. New recruits.
So we're getting almost everyone's POVs. We
I
got
get it. If you believe what you're doing is right, why hide who you are?
The masks are a symbol. Humanity wanted to make monsters out of us, so we chose to don the faces of monsters.
Grim
oh
masks. That's kind of dark.
So was the guy who started it.
it's kind of like
Always
Satanism, right?
sunshine and rainbows with you.
No, she's a serious girl. Yeah, it's like Satanism. It's like we don't. Did I just out myself? No. You don't actually worship Satan in Satanism, but the term is there to kind of like to make fun of people who call like atheists and whatnot as like demon
For
worshippers.
those of you who are joining us for the first time tonight,
What
allow
accent is
me
that?
to introduce a very special comrade of ours. I can
Oh, let
assure
me
you,
guess.
He is the
Oh
key
my
to
God.
attaining what we have fought for so long.
Thank you! Thank you!
All right, what is your goal?
Please, hold your applause.
What's a human doing here?
I'm glad you asked, dearie. Now, I'll be
Dearie,
the first to admit,
my dear friend Nokutan.
Humans are the worst. Case in point.
No, at least he's self-aware.
I understand why you would love to see us all locked away, or better yet,
No, he's a grifter.
but
So is he going somewhere with this, or?
I'd like to mention the fact that you and I all have a common enemy.
Ah,
The
of
ones in
course.
control, the people pulling the strings.
I've heard
the
this
dirty,
rhetoric
rotten
before,
humans
Torchwick.
that run our kingdoms. Government, military, even the schools, they're all to blame for your lot in life.
Well, technically, yes. Institutionalized racism is a problem. I assume it's the same with RWBY.
Pests that need to be dealt with. Fortunately, I'm the best exterminator around. No offense to any rodents in the room.
Wait, I see someone there on the left. I recognize her. Hold on.
Oh, that's a big
She
robot.
was in a fighting game.
As some of you may have heard, this right here is Atlas's
Wait.
newest line of defense against all the
That's the
scary
fucking
things
thing from last episode.
And thanks to my employer, we've managed to snag a few before they hit the shelves.
Do they have an insider?
Many of your brothers
I
have
doubt
already
they just
moved down
stole
to a
it.
new operation in the southeast. If you'd rather stay within the city, that's fine. But if you're truly ready to fight for what you believe in, this is the arsenal I can provide you. Any questions?
Any questions? And they're all on board.
We should get out of here.
All new recruits, please come forward.
Which is fair. You're telling me we get a giant robot mech to start taking down the... It's like, imagine if the people of Nepal, when they were revolting against their government, they had like a giant mech to help them. That would be fucking awesome.
How can you not know?
I haven't talked to him. I haven't even seen him since the night you first came in here. He paid up front, I lent him my men, and none of them ever came back.
So where did they go?
What kind of stupid question is that? They never came back. Who is this guy?
Don't worry
That-
about
that-
him.
that dude, get-
Worry about
get-
me if I don't
no.
find out what I want.
Shut.
I already told you everything. Torchwick hired my boys, and I guess he wasn't happy with them. Which is something I can relate to.
Hey.
Come on, Neptune.
I wonder if that's the guys that RWBY beat up in episode 1.
Well, we got everything we can. Hopefully the rest of the team is having better luck.
They were, weren't they? They looked like them. They had the hat, like the hats and sunglasses. Oh my god, continuity.
Thinking.
Oh my god, it's her. Wait, she has... Oh my god. I like pink and I like hip windows.
He can't see in the
You're
dark.
already piquing my interest. I don't like that sound. Oh shit. That's awesome. Oh fuck! Oh, that's cool! That's even awesomer!
So you wouldn't have to have, oh, I don't know, some form of backup?
On it! Everyone, if you can hear me, we need backup!
They got a robot, and it's big, really big.
I am not missing this!
Of course.
The torture guy is in it, but not like, it didn't eat him. He's like controlling it or something.
Where are you guys?
Bro.
I think that was them.
Yeah, I got it.
He doesn't care about stealth anymore. He's like, fuck it. I'm just gonna chase these motherfuckers. I hate these guys. Okay, well, people are dying. Oh no, oh no. Oh, that's not. Oh, that's not. What can you do, Neptune? Please be useful. Holy shit! Oh, this reminds me of that one shot in like Penny and Stocking, the original one. You got like a blaster? That's pretty good. And it turns into a... That's not just a spear. What's that called? A naginata? Kinda. Okay, Sun Wukong, do your Sun Wukong things! Bullshit powers, activate! Okay. Man. That was a joke. Ooh, smart! Oh, those side rails are not safe, are they? They just disappear. They don't protect cars. Freezer burn? Oh my god, they have moves! They have like callouts! They're a team! They got team names and everything! Better watch out, you better watch out, you better watch out! Checkmate! Oh, I get it, because it's the two. Are these? These. I'm sure the shipping community was okay with these pairing names. If they say White Rose, I'm gonna lose it. Oh my god! Is that like a supercharge? That's so cool! Wait, why is this kind of goated as a support? Ladybug! These are tag things. Oh my god, they're actually just playing BB tag. For context, I played BB tag and I used some RWBY characters in the past. Yang was my main, because I like punchy characters. Okay, that must have hurt. And right now I'm playing 2x KO.
Don't worry.
I'm playing Vi.
She gets stronger, and she uses that energy to fight back. That's what makes her special.
So she's like a punching wait. wait. That has so many That has so many implications! I need to talk about that later. What the fuck is that power level? Bumblebee? Wait, I know about Bumblebee.
We have to slow it down. And how do you propose we do that? Ice flower.
Ice flower. Ice flower? Aw, oh, come on. Okay. It's White Rose in my heart. Wait, that's actually a really good combo. Wow. Ooh! Oh, the music too!
Just got this thing clean.
Oh, you're gonna get jumped by 4 teenage girls. What are you gonna do, brah? Oh!
Ladies, Ice Queen, always a pleasure. Neo, if you would.
Neo? Like the Matrix? Her design is so cool. Oh my god, it is the Matrix. It's like illusions? Holy shit. What?
So I guess you got a new henchman.
Yeah, I guess she really made our plans fall apart.
Yes!
Huh?
Yes!
Just no.
What? But you do it.
There's a time and a place for jokes.
Was this not it?
No, it just wasn't very good.
It was
Well,
great!
I'm trying.
Hey, back off on Weiss.
Neptune.
I loved
Probably
it.
fine, right? Probably.
Bro, they just ditched them? It's like you get killed in the lobby and then and then you didn't bother respawning, you just went AFK. Fucking my god, these two. Yo, this episode was awesome! I love this episode. It's probably my favorite one out of the season. Also, I think I just saw a voice credit for a Deary. That's the actual character name. Oh, cute fan art. Oh my god. Everything went by so fast, I couldn't finish what I wanted to say. Every time I had something to say, I couldn't say it in full, because something else just happened, and I was like, oh! And I didn't want to pause. So, I'm gonna have a lot to talk about. Maybe it's not gonna be long at all. I just wanted to geek out. I need to watch this episode again. Alright, see you in 16 minutes and 6 seconds. Yeah, so I nearly found myself down the rabbit hole on Wikipedia, finding out the difference between a naginata, a spear, a guandao, a glaive. They're all pole arms, but in different ways. It's like double checking. I was like, what really is Neptune's weapon here? But oh well. Anyway, man, what an episode! I have some thoughts. I don't think this will be long because honestly, a lot of that episode was a fight scene, and I love fight scenes, but fight scene episodes don't tend to take a lot of time for me to talk about. Well, that being said, first thing is, well, the White Fang, right? We now know why they wear these masks. Obviously to protect their identity, but also as a symbol because they're grim masks. They're supposed to resemble different kinds of grim. And it's a way to like spite humans. They're like, oh, you want to make a monster out of me? We'll do that. We'll look like monsters for you then. And like I was saying, Satanism, this reminded me of the same thing where it's like, I'm sure there are many things like this throughout history that I'm not aware of. Just this idea that a group of people are seen as something bad and then they sort of fulfill that prophecy, even if it's ironic. In this case, it's more ironic, but it is also not lost on me that they used to be peaceful, right? And then now they have become monsters. So, in a way, they kind of filled in the shoes of that role. It's interesting. But I've had my thoughts about the White Fang, about that, many videos ago. I won't reiterate that here. But yeah, it's very interesting. It also, oh yeah, another thing it reminds me of, like, when kids are labeled bad kids when you're young, and the kid internalizes that and then does bad things on purpose because they're supposed to be a bad kid, which is really tragic, but it happens. Next, I want to talk about Penny. So, she says that she's the world's first synthetic person capable of producing aura. That's amazing, because aura is supposed to be like an extension of your soul or something, right? I don't remember. But it is something that living things are supposed to have, I think. Or am I confusing that with something else? I don't know if all living things have it, but at least humans do have aura. Unlocking the aura is a different matter entirely. I think that's what people go to school for, unlocking aura. And then there comes the difference between a combat school versus a regular school, in which nobody has mentioned anything about a regular school, meaning I can only assume there are combat schools, meaning everyone who went to school should know how to fight, and everyone who went to school should know how to unlock their aura, unless there are regular schools, in which the show has failed to tell me that. I don't know. I don't get into that. But this might have lore implications, world building implications. That means that whoever the father is, the scientist that or inventor that built her, and Ironwood must have a lot of knowledge. Ironwood probably, maybe he's not a very tech guy, but he definitely provided resources, right? He's the one who funds all of these things, right? He's the general. Oh, maybe the funding isn't from him, because usually you have someone else for that, right? I don't know what power a general or a headmaster has in terms of the wider world of like the city, the kingdoms. Not sure. But whoever these two are, really, especially the father, must be a brilliant mind. I wonder if more people are able to make like androids, basically, like Penny. I wonder if she can be replicated, or if this is a truly unique thing. It would be really interesting for a future plotline where she starts being like mass-produced for war. Ooh. And she brought up, one day it will be my job to save the world. And that Ironwood said it was not a time of peace, in which we did see some of that in episode 1 of this volume, where he was really concerned about an upcoming battle, an upcoming war. He was talking to Ozpin about it. And I would like to take a guess that Penny was made to become the soldier for this kind of war, to be the hero and savior of the world. And remember the scale of this: save the world. This isn't some local threat. This is a threat that threatens the kingdom. This might threaten all the kingdoms. Whatever this threat is, must be huge. Queen has pawns. You know, what if Cinder isn't the real big bad? Which is likely with a series this long. There's layers to this, there's steps. And there's something at large that we are unaware of. And that's mainly because we're mostly, like 90% of the time, following the POV of the girls. And they're supposed to be blissfully unaware. They dip their hands into situations like this. But like the incident at the docks, nothing actually came out of it. Ultimately, this goes back to that theme of kids and adults. I'm still remembering that. It was the food fight episode. It was episode 1 also, volume 2. So again, we're like 4 episodes in. I'm curious to see where they continue to take this. And Penny wants to experience the world and gain combat knowledge. This is more so her motivation. This is why she comes here. This is why she's participating in the Vital Festival. This is why Penny's in the story, basically. She just wants to gain knowledge. She wants to experience the world. She's probably cooped up in a lab most of the time, right? So she might be very sheltered, which goes hand in hand with her, with the robot trope, doesn't really understand the world. Or at least even neurodivergent coded robot doesn't understand the world type storyline, wants to experience it, learns about, I don't know, social events because they're like awkward, and it's played for jokes in those situations where they're awkward in a social situation. You know, yeah, I don't know. These are unstructured, by the way. I don't have anything specific to say about Penny. I just thought that these are very interesting. Well, although I will say I am curious to see whether Penny becomes a really important character down the line, because if my ongoing theory about Atlas creating like a mechanical super soldier for them to fight in this upcoming war, if that is true, then Penny is going to be a lot more relevant than we think she is going to be, right? Very interesting. So now okay, I'll just scroll down now. Okay, so Torchwick, down to that meeting, okay? He uses the fact that people in power are the common enemy. The government, the military, schools, they're apparently the ones to blame. Which is actually interesting, because the White Fang are making it about race. Torchwick is making it about class. That's interesting, because, and the White Fang are on board. Do you understand the implications of that? We haven't figured that out in the real world. We're still going on about, oh, they're illegal immigrants. They're, you know, of a different religion. I mean, this applies a lot to America, especially right now. You know, oh, Muslims, oh, Mexicans, oh, you know. And it's all like on a race thing, which, you know, if you want to be more woke about it, race technically doesn't exist. and not in a I don't see race kind of thing, but in a literal, like, race is just kind of made up. But that's a complicated topic for a different day. Who knows? But it's very interesting that Torchwick doesn't want to lean into racism. He's like, no. Like, yes, humans suck. Yeah, I'm a human and I suck. I'm an asshole human. I get it. But we're not doing this to fight other humans. Specifically, focus your attention on the ones in power. Focus on the government. Focus on the military. They're the ones that are the real problems. Humans, yeah, suck. But the humans in the government, they suck even harder. They blow. Okay? So we must blow them up. Or whatever their plan is. Which is so interesting because he successfully roused them up. he successfully incites a positive, like, yes, motivator thing for the crowd by saying, yeah, the real enemies are the rich people and the ones in power pulling the strings. Oh yeah, and I realized I never finished the thought that I had like 2 minutes ago. Yeah, in the real world, a lot of people are now focusing their attention towards, oh shit, maybe it is about class. Maybe it's not about all these other things. But the main thing, look, we live under capitalism. It was always going to be about class. And any sort of racial segregation comes, like, the root source is class. So, rare Torchwick W? I mean, there's a lot of things I disagree with, but in terms of, like, redirecting racist hate towards, like, towards the classism section, is like, huh, okay, you're bad guy, but you're not bad guy. I wonder if that has to do with his past. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he was poor before. Maybe he's been, I don't know, a victim of the government. And then obviously he wants to rile them up because I'd say he's a grifter. The point is he has a goal. He's trying to sell. Well, maybe he's not selling necessarily, but he wants to work with the White Fang to accomplish his goals. He's saying, hey, yo, my employer got us some real sweet tech, state of the art. This will be really helpful for our arsenal. And actually, yes, even though this is about class, we need to kill, gang. We need to do some of that violence, gang. We gotta, we gotta revolt, but haha, I'm gonna sneakily steer the revolt into a direction that favors my personal goals. So that's the kind of thing Torchwick is probably doing. So he starts to use violent language like, oh, those guys, those humans in the government, oh, those are pests that have to be dealt with. And I'm the best exterminator. By using violent language like this, you are subconsciously putting in the idea that, yeah, hate the people of power, but also start having violent thoughts about it. Start having violent thoughts about the government. Start thinking about the military as pests. And that we are the righteous exterminators that need to drive out these pests from our land, from a kingdom. So, yeah, some diabolical shit there. Yeah, somehow got a few Legion Paladins for themselves thanks to his employer, which is Cinder, more likely. She's very mysterious. We're not really sure what her true strength is, but it's clear that she's very competent. If something goes wrong, they still manage to do it anyway. So, let us not forget, Cinder and Emerald and Mercury are currently infiltrating the school, by the way. So we might follow up on that very soon. Such a mystery. Don't know what they're going to do. And he mentioned something about a new operation in the southeast. That's probably a plot point to be for next season. Honestly, for this season, makes sense too. Outside the city. We haven't been outside the city yet. So I don't know if we're going to follow a different POV or if Team RWBY is somehow going to also get their hands into this business in a similar way that they went to the docks last season. And they're going to somehow go out of the city to the southeast to stop this operation. I don't know. It's a lot of setup. Setup that I can't really extrapolate much on. Yeah, okay, next. Yang's semblance. Something about every time she gets hit, she gets stronger. In a way, it's like she can absorb the impact that she can convert the damage she is dealt into power. So in video game terms, the lower her health is, the more of a damage boost she gets. Which is fucking insane. She has her semblance, her entire power is berserk mode, like a berserk state. That's awesome. And I was talking about implications before, but think about it. None of the other girls in Team RWBY could potentially be as strong as Yang. Like, Ruby's great at fighting, and she's really fast, but I wouldn't say that if a really strong enemy appeared that she would confidently be able to defeat them. Unless she grew a lot stronger, a lot faster, but even then, there's a limit to that. Same with Weiss. She has a little rapier, she has, like, dust, but how far is her dust knowledge gonna be? How good is her rapier skills? I mean, in the trailer, in her white trailer, we saw her trying to fight a full armored knight with a rapier. Like, if that's not completely useless, unless she was trying to aim inside the armor, in the dinks of the armor, which she wasn't in the trailer, by the way. She wasn't thrusting. She wasn't using thrusting techniques. She was using cutting techniques against armor. I don't think, like, that knowledge gap. I think Weiss is, like, her little glyphs, her dust might have a cap, but she can increase that power with knowledge. Blake, she's got like the shadow thing. I get, like, the thing, but not much else, right? I'm not really sure the extent of her power. But Yang, she scales. She scales for late game. It's like, if an enemy is really strong, if her health is low enough, if she's taken enough damage, she has the potential to match the power level of that strong enemy. You understand? She has scaling potential, and as she hones this power more, she's able to rise to greater and greater heights by absorbing more and more power in a fight. Maybe we'd even see her intentionally take hits in a fight in order to get stronger. She realizes, oh shit. So see, look, you have to understand. Look, I'm a game designer. I think about things in game design terms. Just think about it. If you're at a disadvantage and you have a character like Yang, you're going to keep getting hit, right? Because you're at a disadvantage, or you're bad at the game, or you're worse at the game, your character is lesser built, less strong, and you'll get hit. That's a natural course of action. But the more they hit you, the more the playing field is even. It slowly starts getting leveled by virtue of existing. All she has to do is exist and be worse than the opponent so that they can land hits. But by the fact that the opponent is better, they're fucking themselves over because they're just making her stronger. So the best way to take out Yang is to just knock her out or kill her with as few hits as possible. Basically one-shot her, or, you know, make sure that she's not able to use her strength, because it's not like she gains speed, right? I don't think the implication is that she becomes a superhuman. Rather, she gets super strength, which is a very specific type of enhancement. Like, she was able to stop the mech arm without moving, by the way. Inertia didn't exist for her, by the way. She was so strong after that hit. She got punched through a pillar that held a fucking road up, by the way, and then was strong enough to tank a hit from a mech multiple times her size and not have inertia affect her body. That is insane. She didn't look like she was gonna die either. And RWBY wasn't even worried about her, meaning that she probably knows she's gonna be okay because of her resemblance. But the fact is, Yang can take more hits than that. We haven't seen the limits of this. So she could potentially grow stronger than that. That's crazy, right? Honestly, why is this my favorite RWBY, like, Team RWBY character? But in terms of who I'd place bets on in a fight, I'm gonna say Yang. She's busted. That's an insane passive. Yeah. And finally, Neo. I'm excited for Neo because, like I was saying earlier, I played Blaze Blue cross tag battle specifically, and they were RWBY characters. I think I mentioned this in other videos too. I don't know. I think so. But I mained Yang, but I didn't have Neo. I knew that Neo was in the game. I remember seeing that design, but I never used her, and I don't think I even fought against her because I stopped playing by that time. Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I was saying I was playing 2XKO. I got into the public the closed beta test. Now it's in early access. I'm still playing Vi. I'm still maining Vi because I like characters that just punch. I just like the punchy characters. I like going for a brawl. So it is what it is. Yeah, I'm really excited. She has some sort of illusion power. I was like, ooh, Neo, the Matrix. And then she literally had illusions to where, oh my god, they were in the Matrix and they wouldn't know. Insane. Oh yeah, and a small detail, I rewatched the ending scene. And after Weiss said the pun, I guess she made our plans fall apart. I think RWBY, like, chortled. I think she was, like, laughing at the joke. I could have sworn I heard it. Someone was laughing. Someone with a high-pitched voice was, like, holding back her laugh. That is very cute. Also, yes, I know I mentioned White Rose a few times because I'm just an avid shipper, okay? I'm an AO3 user and I've been in fandom spaces for like 10 years now. So obviously my brain's gonna go to that. Nuts and Bolts, White Rose. Wow. Actually, yeah, this episode made me think about Nuts and Bolts a lot more because that initial scene was actually pretty cool. Oh, speaking of that, I really hope that we get to see more of RWBY nerding out for weapons. And actually not even just have that as a character trait, like a background thing, and actually come into play. Like the fact that she knows how to make weapons, or how weapons work mechanically, maybe she knows how an Elysian Paladin could function, and they could take it down or disassemble it. I don't know for what reason, but could be a plot point. Maybe she would understand how Penny works. It would be really cool to have like a mechanic and robot type dynamic between RWBY and Penny, where RWBY's just kind of like, huh, I wonder how you work. I'm kind of curious. How do your backpack swords work? How do your lasers work? How, you know? And then she starts like trying to look around and is like, could you explain me a little more, or else I'm gonna have to take you apart. I don't know. It's just a cute dynamic. Yeah. Anyway, I love this episode. That was so good. The song, the fight scene, the dialogue, it was... every detail was amazing. Oh, and the song, yeah. I can't wait. Okay, at the end of Volume 2, I'm also going to do an OST reaction and ranking. So stay tuned for that when I finally get there. But we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. Hope you're patient about it. All right. Well, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.